Hey, look, we back now for a long time before a high time. Look, this high time reviews. We doing growing up hip hop, season 7, episode 2, sneak dissing. All right, so we start with Twist and Brianna. Basically, Twist start that episode basically praying and saging over his house before Brianna get there. That's because Brianna's toxic. Okay, she got her moments. I don't know if she be right. I don't know if she be wrong, but the girl be doing stunts and shows, man. That's all I do know. She end up coming over, bringing a whole damn picnic, incense, edibles. Her and Twist sitting around, they just chatting or whatever. He ends up telling her like how losing this girl. Brianna like, she really liked her, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, Bree. I always felt like Bree had a thing for Twist for real, for real. I never actually felt like, I don't know. Maybe it's because Brie got pretty decent chemistry with everybody. So like when I see her with Boogie, I feel like she got good chemistry with him. But then when I see her with Twist, I see they got chemistry. She might just be like the type of person that could just literally have good chemistry. Um, so they still talking about him and the girl, him missing the girl, blase, blase, blah. This nigga end up pulling out a pair of her drawers for real. I'm like, bro, why? How long has your girl been gone that you got a pair of her drawers that you've been carrying around? Like, so towards the end of the conversation, Brianna ends up inviting Twist to the beach house party that I'm guessing that Lazy Bone is throwing for Brianna for her birthday. Either it's for her birthday or it's in correlation with her birthday month or whatever. So basically, it's a big ass party where all the kids gonna end up coming to that Lazy Bone is throwing. So we got the next scene. We up in Vegas. And of course, I feel like anytime we go to Vegas, it's going to be either Pepper, Tretch, Sam, or Egypt. And of course, it's Sam and Tyran. And my whole thing is, I be so unsure if Tretch is even Tyran father for him to be talking to Tyran about Tretch. Like, bro, that's not even his father. Is it? I feel like I googled it and I don't think it is. But either way, basically Sam felt disrespected. Based off the last conversation he had with Trash, he felt like Trash disrespected him. Um, Not enough for him to retaliate, but enough for him to just keep quiet. So basically, he told him he felt like he had no plans for the future. He got no plans for the baby, and Sam felt like he just shitted on him for real. I mean, Sam, is he wrong though, Sam? You are giving very much loser, bro. Like, what do you do? And it's like, bro, stop trying to ride Egypt coattail, because truth be told, her coattail ain't but this long. So you worried about trying to carry on to her shit, and she don't have no real coattail, bro. Like, and just like Tretch keep telling you, like, Egypt is your ride or die to a fault. But you got to be giving her more to follow than whatever the fuck you're doing. Like you're literally like a bad spouse. But I don't know. I can't talk about this shit. I can't talk about being nobody's spouse. But look, I do know from what I've seen from Sam in Egypt, Sam ass is fucking crazy, bro. And he's literally using their family name as a way for him not to do shit with his life. Bro, the way they looking at you, they're looking for you to provide. You're talking about you've been there for 6 years with them. Yeah, but how many of them years have you actually provided for them? Just because you never called on Tretch don't mean you haven't called on Pepper. Pepper knows. Tretch, if you've ever called Pepper to borrow anything to help you in Egypt, Tretch knows, bro. You can't sit there and feel away because he know you're a bum. You really can't. So, what is your issue? And then Tyran, like, bro, you need to realize he's going to be straightforward with you. He's going to tell you to take care of his daughter. Like, the best you can do is prove him wrong. But again, Sam ain't. So it don't even matter. Sam's not going to do shit any different than what he's doing. And Tyrant is really trying to get him to understand Tretch's train of thought, but Sam is extremely caught up in thinking that he's productive in his relationship and in his life, which I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. And if you felt like you were doing everything you would needed to do in your relationship for as Egypt and the baby and everything, you wouldn't even need Tyrant to speak to Tretch for you. Your actions would just show it. So yeah, asking Tyran to speak on his behalf is just not it, in my opinion. In the next scene, we got Sequoia. She in the studio, and Devin, her cousin. So we got Casey and JoJo kids in the studio together. Here we go. Acting like y'all making music. This give me very much early Love and Hip Hop vibes. Always in the studio, always working on the song, but the song never fucking comes out, bro. Like, Devin is a little bit swaggier this episode than he was last episode. Basically, Sequoia and Devin end up chatting it up in the studio, and she basically ended up telling him that word around town is that even though her father and her mother are like somewhat separated, it's being said that her mother Tiny is running around with Lazy Bone. She don't have no type of confirmation on this shit, but she feel away. Because she like, y'all not even divorced. That's my father. And then you're running around with the homie. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, Devin basically feel like he don't know how she should approach it. The mother is separated, bro. I'm not about to act like Lazy ain't in the wrong and the whole shit ain't wrong for real. Because if what Devin is saying is true, for as Lazy being her mentor and then smashing her mother, that's crazy, bro. That's definitely crazy. Like, you gotta chill. So Sequoia feel like her mother doing too much, because if she is running around with Lazy, I mean, it is a lot, because it's like literally running around in the same circle. Like, all you doing at that point is securing a whole new storyline for the next season, or the remaining of this season. So she's saying she seen something on her Instagram story with just them two, just riding around. I was like, ooh. I said, yeah, this is about to be some shit. I thought they was gonna give us a continuation of what happened from last week, but they definitely gave us a whole new set of shit for real. So in the next scene, we got Tretch, his wife, right? They at this restaurant called Madre. You know, it's like a bougie spot, you know. Tretch orders a red wine Merlot, you know, so they had lunch, and then of course here comes Tiny. Tiny basically comes in, and I feel like for real, she trying to figure out the best way for her to break this shit to Sequoia for real. So she end up coming to them. Of course, they trading stories back and forth, you know, about how Tretch and his wife first met, and how the wife fell in love with him because he was taking care of his ex-wife and their baby, and you know, it was just him raising a young ass girl. This, that, and the third. Him Tretch telling Tiny his fears about the whole shit with Egypt and Sam, and how he feel like Sam is just not shit for real. And then Tiny swing around like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm fucking with Lazy for real. So she basically ends up telling them like, you know, shit fell through with me and the fact that Tretch straight up asked Tiny like, what's up with Lazy? Okay, so that means Tretch know what's up. That means Lazy done already pillow talked with Tretch for real. Like, yeah, like that's my thing. So JoJo and Tiny is basically on ends. Like they at they ends. I mean, she trying to blame the drink for why they not fucking with each other. And the crazy thing is, she's saying that they been dating for a year. Bitch, you been running around keeping that shit from your daughter and everybody else for a year. I mean, they grown. They grown. They grown. I mean, she's saying that the drug abuse and the alcoholism she couldn't deal with. So, I listen. Shit is an expensive, dangerous drug habit to have, alcoholism. So I get it. Tretch and them basically tell her straight up like, you should tell Sequoia because if you don't, it's gonna get worse. So. So in the next scene, we finally get to the day of the beach party. So mind you, since Lazy is throwing the event, it's just him and Tiny already at the house together because they probably spent the night there, or they probably been there, or they probably been staying there, or whatever. So they up in there blowing, trying to blow up this balloon. Lazy claiming that his lungs are so fucked up that he can't even blow a balloon for real. So he passed it to her, and I feel like because they on camera, she ain't want to straight nigga lip the balloon straight after him. But then she tried to hit a little blowjob joke like, oh, I'm not good at blowing things anyway. So he like, basically, yeah, that shit ain't good for neither one of us, baby, if you ain't blowing that. Like, but of course, 9 times out of 10, she's sucking some dick. So it don't even matter. So they end up sitting down, chilling, basically before everybody get there. And the next scene, we go straight to Egypt audition. Well, not Egypt auditioning, but Egypt rehearsing for her performance for the tour. Egypt. Just find something else to do. Like, I genuinely just don't feel like your music is about to be it, because if it was anything worth of anything, I feel like even the smallest artist you end up hearing at somewhere, somehow, I ain't ever heard her shit. And then of course Tretch walking, this basically Tretch versus Egypt part 1, because I feel like this the first one-on-one sit down between Tretch and Egypt this season, so far. Like they had to sit down, I think it was like a joint sit down with, with Sam and all of them, but I feel like this the first sit down with just them two. Because I feel like he thinks something going on, so he trying to talk to her one-on-one so that he can feel the vibe out and make sure that shit is all right between the two of them while she pregnant. And he also asks her, like, what's your plan? Do you plan on doing this full tour while you pregnant? You're acting like she's 7 fucking months. Like, how long is the tour? They acting like Egypt ass fucking 7 months pregnant. Talking about how you, what's your plan? Do you plan on performing through the pregnancy? Nigga, she is like fucking a month and a half. Calm the fuck down. Like, bro, relax, bro. So they gonna keep running this same shit. Literally, at this point, Sam's storyline is him being a bum, him knocking up Egypt, and him possibly going to jail. What? I feel like he gonna get off, because if he was gonna go to jail already, I feel like he'd have went off. Okay, like for real. Egypt is trying to reassure Tretch that basically he don't need to worry about them. Like, they basically got it for us, taking care of the baby, being financially stable, this, that, and the third. Which, it is what it is. They getting their weed checks. They gonna be able to hold it down for a bit. They built that house. If it's built, or if it was already, if they bought the shit straight up, then they good. They just got to pay the land tax or whatever. They should be straight. So the first 2 people that show up in the next scene at the beach party is fucking Easy and his wife. Let me tell you something about Aaliyah. Yo, Aaliyah be big time fucking messy, bro. And I like her because I feel like she say what the fuck she want, because she know ain't nobody going to say shit to her, bro. Like, she'll walk into a room like how she did when her and Easy walked into this room and they seen Tiny and Lazy. They was like, oh, because they walked in and Tiny was basically fixing Lazy pants leg and shit. And they like, yo, what's going on with y'all? And they like, oh, well, we walking on. My bad. I'm sorry. It look like date night in here. I'm like, shit. And of course, Tiny looking fucking awkward and uncomfortable than a motherfucker. So, next scene. So everybody basically, at this point, everybody is basically on their way to the party. So you got some people is grouped up, some people is riding solo. So you got Angela. Angela probably may or may not show up because I don't think Angela shoots with Brie. So Angela don't shoot with Brie at all. So Angela probably don't show up. So you got Vanessa and Cree in the car, and you know Vanessa basically like Brie Bree will be at this function, you feel me? So Cree ended up talking about like how Bree ended up sneak dissing her on IG or whatever. And the only reason why Brianna came up is because they talk about how Angela basically want to sing, knowing that she can't sing. So I feel like Cree is basically like trolling Angela a little bit to Vanessa. But she said, if anything, she feel like artistically it would be a good partnership between Vanessa and Brianna. So what she said was, she was like, I'll speak to Brianna. Even though she dissed me on social media, I'll speak to her and to see if I can set something up between her, Angela, and Brianna. So of course she ended up telling Vanessa about how she went on live and basically said like she wasn't sure if Cree was actually friends with the Simmons or is that just for TV. She can't be but so busy because she don't do shit. Oh my bad, she has 7 businesses. Like, so I mean, I don't know why Brianna did that. Again, like I said, Brianna be on her best bullshit, so I do not know why Brianna did that. Like, not surprised. Again, it's Brianna. But the thing is, Cree, and if a lot of y'all don't remember or know, Cree is Uncle Luke's daughter. First of all, she's a big joint, and she got it. And she was ready to guff last season. I'm surprised they didn't kick her ass off the show, too. But again, Savannah did a little bit more than what she did, So Twist ended up rolling in to the party. Twist and I guess his new girl for the night ended up rolling in. And everybody mixing and mingling, you feel me? Like, I think it's gonna be a good night, honestly. I think it's her name Brianna too. So okay, so his Tiana, excuse me, Tiana. But that ain't his. Oh God, here goes Sean and TT. Here goes Sean and TT. I could have swore I felt like I thought they was gonna be left off this season. At least Sean. At least Sean. But you know what? Let me not do Sean because all the niggas fuck with Sean. So I'm not even gonna even give Sean a hard way to go for real. But I am surprised to see TT because TT don't be liking bad vibes either. So I was surprised that she even showed up for real. And then Sequoia and Devin roll in. And the wildest shit about, these kids and their parents and the level of disrespect between them is crazy. Between the shit that happened last week with Tanise and her father, and then for Sequoia to walk into this function, her mother say, hi, Sequoia, and you basically act like your mother ain't say shit to you is wild. So then Brianna roll in, and Brianna, she's saying her hellos and everything. And then, of course, Vanessa and Cree roll in. So basically, the room is filling up. The room is filling up. We got all our pieces in there. We got all our players. We got all our key pieces. Here's my thing. Again, back to how messy Easy and his wife is. Why are they ducked off on the side telling Sequoia how when they walked in, Tiny and Lazy was laid the fuck up in the room before they got there? I said, come on, yo. That wasn't even y'all place. I love it, but it wasn't y'all place. It was not y'all place at all. So Sequoia ended up telling them how she got anxiety because like this the second or third time she done heard some shit about her mother and this nigga. Like, so she like, what's going on? I wish somebody would just basically be honest with me. Aaliyah basically like tell her exactly what she said, what she wanted. She like, when we walked in, they was together. I mean, they was just sitting, but they was together. I'm like, yeah. Please shut up. I'm like, I be thinking, like, a lot of times, I be thinking Aaliyah be drunk before she even get there. Because she don't be having no filter. By the time the camera say shoot, she already don't have no filter. So I be thinking she be very much getting fucked up before she get there. So, yeah. So Sequoia and Tiny end up on the deck or whatever, on the balcony of the venue. And Sequoia like, Mom, what's going on? She like, you don't answer the phone. You don't reply to my text. What's going on? So Tiny like, we do need to have a conversation. But she like, I don't think right here is probably the best place to have it. Sequoia like, well, bitch, what was the point of basically pulling me up and basically acting like you want to talk? But here's the thing. Sequoia is not trying to have more days go by where it's this story that's just popping and bubbling about her mother and her fucking home, her father homeboy. Basically, somebody within their inner circle. So it's like, did y'all initially introduce him into the show so that he could be introduced into the show as her boyfriend later on in the show? Is that what y'all did? Because he don't have no kids on here. So he came on last season, but is that why y'all brought him on here? Because that would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. Like, and Sequoia, here's my thing. You're asking your mother to tell you about him, her, and Lazy, talking about you just trying to sympathize with her about the whole shit with her and your father. But here's the thing. You're not. You're not, right? Basically, you just want to scold your mother for stepping out on her marriage since they not technically divorced. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. So stop acting like you want to. So stop acting like you're going to take it easy on your mother because you're not. But again, like TT said, you should just mind your business. Oh. We cut to the inside the house. And Cree basically ends up telling Brianna, like, hey, your dress is cute or whatever. You feel me? She straight hit her with the, like, oh, you didn't speak to me when you came in. And she like, what? She like, I spoke to everybody. She like, woody. She like, I know you cool at sneak dissing since that's what you did. This, that, and the third on Instagram. She like, basically, we not the same. You what she say? You read tarot cards. I believe in the Bible. Listen, Sequoia. The thing about Sequoia, Cree, my bad, y'all. I'm geeking. The thing about Cree is Cree gonna go to war and Brianna gonna go to war, but that's gonna be a real fight though. Whether it be a fight of the words or the fight of the fist, that's gonna be a real one way or another. So Cree ends up calling Brianna basic, and Brianna like, not on my birthday month. Bitch. Cree feel like Brianna trying to bring her out of character, but listen, nah. That's both of their character completely. And I'm all here for it. So Cree end up telling her like, yeah, all Leos is different, but you ain't like my mother, so Brianna like basically in the confessional, Brianna basically end up saying like, I don't have no fucks for this bitch Cree. Like, none. So she like, why the fuck does she even keep talking to me for real? So Cree ended up telling her, enjoy the sunset for something you could never own. Do you know who her father is? Do you know how much money he milked out of Mary J. Blige? Cree, you better get your ass out of here, man. So Cree goes upstairs basically and explains her side of the story to everybody that's upstairs. TT got the fuck out of there because TT and Cree do not fuck with each other at all, especially not after last season. So TT slid the fuck out, and she ran downstairs and she gave very much pound sign Team Brianna. So of course Brianna tell her side to everybody, and of course make it sound one way because it's like the scene didn't really go like that. Brianna, you kind of did snap on her, so it's like, don't tell the story as if you the victim, but thank God you did say you was drunk. So, But it's like, Brianna, you said you was going to talk about it on her face, but you actually didn't talk about her. And then for Sequoia to sit in the confessional and make it seem like Cree hates on Brianna. Brianna don't do nothing either. So you can list all these things that you feel like Brianna does, but Brianna don't do shit either. None of y'all do shit. Like, and for Brianna to keep it going is just crazy. Like, and then Swiss always just like coddling her. Like, no, she be wrong sometimes. Like, this time she was wrong. When what's her name said her dress was cute, she should just been like, thank you, bitch, and just kept it moving. But no, she wanted to snap. See. All right. So by the end of the episode, everybody a little loose, and Sequoia is basically like literally seeing her mother act a fool with Lazy. So it's like a whole thing, and then Twist has to pull her to the side because he feel like he can see the anger and the animosity and all that shit on her face. So he ends up pulling her to the side. Here's my thing. Twist trying to lay it on her. But Twist, and it's crazy because didn't you bring a whole bitch in here with you? Where the fuck is she at? And not Sequoia saying she loved Twist in the confessional. What the fuck happened? That fast? That fast? Listen, you let it go. Ooh, see? Sequoia trying to lay her. Oh, my bad. That girl name is Kiana. I was saying her name wrong the whole time. Trust me, it don't matter. She ain't no main character. She's just some bitch that Twist fucking with. Not Twist basically trying to give a definition of what a girlfriend and a friend is. So basically, he wants Sequoia to be his girlfriend. Oh, Sequoia said he's scared of her. Sequoia said, "Don't run from her." Ooh, I mean, they would be cute. I think they would be a cute couple. But I'm telling you, Brianna, for somehow, some way, I think Brianna gonna end up blocking that. Somebody gonna end up blocking. Twist and Sequoia end up fucking with each other. Trust me. Listen, Twist gonna hit. Twist is going to listen. When I say Twist going to hit Sequoia, Twist gonna hit Sequoia. Damn, Sequoia says you can call me. Damn, she gonna let him hit. She gonna let him hit. Here we go, being messy again. So, Easy basically tells TT that Egypt is pregnant. Oh, look, TT, you know what? Good for TT. Because TT reacted the way I wanted her to react instead of acting like a bitch. She just was like, oh, that's nice. But again, here we go. Easy telling somebody else's business. Him and his damn wife, yo. Listen, Tiny and Easy is cute. Tiny and Lazy is cute. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying not. Y'all got bear with me because I'm actually finishing it up as I'm recording this. So the episode ends with Sequoia walking in the room and catching her motherfucking mother and Lazy like legit all over each. Yo, look, HighTimez out. Yo, I'm gonna catch y'all next week. It was Sequoia, look, hurt, bitch, you're grown. Let it go. Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe too. Thanks. Appreciate the views.